Hi guys, if you are watching this video, then my goal is to try and help you get started in Study Island just to help improve some of your skills. And I want to let you know that this presentation is going to kind of explain what in the world Study Island is and then how to log in to answer some of the questions. And then there are two bonuses for you. One, there's some drawings that you will be entered in school-wide, and then there's also going to be benefits for this class specifically in your email. You'll find basically an exchange of work. So the first thing that I want to do is show you what Study Island is. So it is either an island kids are sent to when they don't do their homework, B, a place where students go when daydreaming instead of doing schoolwork, C, a popular hangout for teachers during summer vacation, and D, a website to play awesome games. So the correct answer is D, a website to play awesome games. And I think my screen is halfway cut off there for you. But it's just a way to play games and to try and work on some of your basic skills. So what is Study Island? It basically uses lessons and questions and explanations to basically just look at some basic skills that you're already doing inside of class. So this example on the screen right now is just an example to show you for math. But you can see over here that there's math, there's reading, writing, science, and social studies. So obviously we are going to be focusing on just the reading piece when you go in there. So what is it again? It's to help you really help prepare for the state standardized test. So some of you I know are going to be taking the TCAP in the spring. Some of you are already done with that, and you're going to be looking at taking the ACT, and if you're already done with the ACT, you're going to be looking at taking college entrance exams. And so these are skills that are on all three of those that can really help you out in the future. So what it is it's organized into, let me get my arrow going here. It's organized into topics that are really focused on in some of our courses, some things that you've already seen in this course and some things that you have not seen in this course. So basically what they're trying to do this year, K-12 wide, is they're trying to have all 7th through 11th graders focus on math and then ELA, which means just reading. So basically a math one and a reading. And these are the months they're trying to focus on, October, November, December, January, and February. So obviously we're going to be right here in December, and that's why there's going to be some incentives for you to get started since you did not get started in October or November. And it may just be simply because you didn't know about it. So your goal is to answer 10 questions in one topic. That's it. You're going to choose one topic and you're going to answer 10 questions. That's going to be your ultimate goal. Now, when you answer those questions, your goal is to become a superstar. And how you do that is you know that you'll get what's called a high school passport. It'll look kind of like this with the little island, so you can pretend like you're going on a vacation. And basically what that means is it's a passing goal. And a passing goal inside of Study Island is considered 70%. Okay, so that's going to be key, is 70%. Okay, so the next little part is, hopefully I've got your attention and now you're going to want to try and go get on Study Island. So I'm going to quickly show you how you do that. And I have sent this PowerPoint inside of your email too. So if you're like, whoa, going too fast, you can just download it and go through the steps by yourself. Okay, so basically how do you log in? You're going to go to www.studyisland.com and then you're going to enter your username and your password. Don't panic. I'm going to tell you what it is. So your username is going to be your student ID and then at ISCO. So that's simple. Whatever your student name is. I'm going to try and scroll this down just slightly. And then your password is ISCO, I-S-C-O, all lower caps. That's easy enough, right? Okay. Once you get in, it's going to look similar to this, and you're going to click right here on My Classes. Then you're going to click on the very large plus sign over here next to all grade level classes. And from there, click on the pathway under all grade room. So see right here it says all 10th grade assignments. Yours might say all 11th grade assignments or all 9th grade assignments. So whatever it says, all, that's what you're going to click on. And again, then it'll show up. Some of them are going to be math, some of them are going to be reading. Obviously, to earn points for my class, you're going to be focusing on the reading portions. Okay? Once you get in, then you're going to choose a topic by clicking on it or click Start Studying. So if you feel like you'd like to go in order, you can just start with number 1. Maybe you're like, ooh, and this, again, this is a math example. Maybe you're going to get in, you're like, ooh, don't want to do place value, don't want to do modeling numbers, but I remember how to do compare and order whole numbers. You can start on number 3 if you'd like. So you're just going to choose a topic and you're just going to click on it and it's going to start. So once you get inside, you're going to have basically 4 different options. Okay, you're going to have test mode, you're going to have classroom response systems, printable worksheets, and games. All right. So, and your goal, remember, number of questions correct is going to be 10. So, and if this has a little down arrow and it wants it to change it, you always want to keep it at 10. Always 10. Okay, 10 is the magical number. And then you can test or you can do games. Games are just fun, great way to learn. Test is going to be testing to get your passport. Okay? And then to start the section, or next, I guess, to start the next section. So, test mode is going to look similar to like this. It's just, I mean, obviously, again, this is a math example. It's going to look like a test, right? And you're going to go through and you're going to choose your answers. So you just click on the letter of the answer, A, B, C, or D, and then you're going to hit next question. And then once you have selected the correct answer, you can get an explanation for it. So this is really helpful if you miss the question, because remember, you have to get 70% to pass. So if you don't get 70%, you're going to be back here doing this again, and it doesn't have the same exact questions, it just has similar questions. So if you missed this question, the explanation is going to be really helpful, because that can help, obviously, hopefully solve your problem. So games, some of the games, there's just really fun games in there. Silly games like this one. You have to swat the little caterpillars or bugs or whatever they are. So that's called the SWAT game. Another example is basketball, and that's just shooting hoops by answering questions. Another one is called slingshot, and this little guy, you're gonna like sling him out into space, or clear across the little scene right there, and so you'll get over here, you'll get scores for distance and score, and you're crashing, and so there's just a lot of and these are all different ones. So here's cheerleading. You can make her do little little jumps in the air or fall on her face, so you can see the levels, you can see the attempts, your score, your time. And so there are just lots of different options. These might be some that you see. You might see some others. So as far as what other kids who are actually doing, who are actually inside of Study Island, they are saying that Study Island is great. It helps me study a lot, and it's the first website I ask to get to when I go onto the computer. Your program is very helpful. Before I started this, I made an F in my math class, which is my favorite subject, but now my F has come up to a C. And I love it. It's good practice. So again, I think it's just really overall good practice. Okay, so now here's the good stuff. It's like, what is it in for me? Why in the world am I going to do this? I know it's good for me, but that's really, how motivating is that? So the 2 things that are going to motivate you. 1, K-12, so the big organization, has this thing set up where they're calling it the Coast Guard, and they are going to be searching each month, and they are looking for students who have answered the 10 questions. So if you have your little passport, you're 70%, and they're doing giveaways. So here's some of the giveaways. They're doing $20 to Walmart, and then they also have different things like t-shirts, pencils, rulers. Okay, how exciting is a ruler, right? But you might win a gift card, right? And then obviously the second bonus is you get to exchange it for an assignment for my class. And again, that detail is specific to you in your email. So just click on that email to do it. Once you have your 10 questions done and your little high school passport, you just need to send me an email, and that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, good luck.